How's it going? How's it going? All right, so I'm starting off the stream a little bit early today because I really don't want to see the market sell off and I have to start everything up last second. So yeah, I want to start the stream over here in the premium as well and just go off that because yeah, the market right now is trying to sell off. I do have my setup and everything, but I'm really not trying to miss it, trying to be all over the place and everything. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start it up real quick. All right, guys. So yeah, let me start up the live stream here. In the meantime, let me just put Windows projector. Yo. What's up, guys? What's going on? What's up? All right. So, I started up the stream a little bit early today because we are getting a little bit of selling here, and I do have a setup for shorts, and I don't want to be all over the place running around, super messy, super, just super last second. All right. So I'm starting up the stream a little bit early. If we get the selling, we'll all be prepared and ready for it. All right, guys. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, coming to market open today, we have a pretty simple setup. Hopefully the volume, lines up for it. But pretty much what I'm trying to watch here is mainly on the 5 and 15-minute time frame. Pretty much what I want to see here, guys, is obviously you guys know, which by the way, hopefully you guys passed your eval accounts today. I told you guys the strategy on what strategy to use yesterday, and it seems like it worked out. So if you guys placed your limit orders about 40 to 50 points away, you should have passed your eval accounts this morning. I saw a lot of you guys pass them, so I know you guys are doing pretty good today. All right, now, coming into market open, pretty much what I'm trying to watch here is looking at the 15-minute time frame, or also the 5-minute time frame. Coming into 8:30 with the CPI, the market pumped up and it took out this high of day from yesterday at 2620.50. After we took out this level of liquidity, we saw pretty much an instant sweep, and we've been holding below it for quite some time, pretty much making me confirm a bearish bias in the market, at least for myself. Right? So what I want to see here coming into market opens, obviously with CPI, we obviously made a fair value gap. I mean, we kind of always will, right? We're always going to make an imbalance with such a big news candle. So what I want to see is pretty much us try to inverse this 5 and 15-minute bullish fair value gap here with enough selling pressure to go ahead and target these internal lows right down here, and maybe some Asia and London that are nearby as well. All right, guys. So this is pretty much what I'm watching for this morning, and this is pretty much why I started up the stream a little bit early. Now, obviously, the first 5-minute candle is going to be kind of all over the place. The market just opened. All of the orders are flowing in. Some people want to sell. Some people want to buy and all that good stuff. So we're going to get a little bit of indecision at first, but once the market really decides to choose a direction, then we go from there. Now, one sec, guys. But yeah, so far it's more of a doji candle, but if we do end up getting selling, you guys know exactly what we're looking for. So yeah, we'll go from there. All right. Now, let me just make sure that everything is looking set up and ready here. And make sure that YouTube is starting up good, which it is. What's good, my people on YouTube? What's up? Now, let me hopefully before this trade plays out, let me just put out that I'm live here. Because we are getting a little bit more selling pressure, which it makes sense as to why, of course. But yeah. Now, the market is kind of doing very random stuff. I mean, it's CPI, so we can't really be too surprised, but we just got a really nice sell-off, and we instantly pumped it back up. So the market, it seems like it's still trying to decide what it wants to do. I'm not really too interested in anything to the upside, at least yet. I'm going to try to find some setups with you guys to the upside, but upside setups for now around this area, I'm not interested. I'm only interested in shorts currently. I mean, we're super bearish. We don't have anything to the upside in terms of fair value gaps to really inverse or retrace into or whatever. So right now, I'm really only just hoping for some selling pressure here into this 15-minute inverse and 5-minute inverse to get the entry that we want to see. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm pretty much just going to wait for this and see what we can get. All right. Now, I really need to get water, bro. I'm super thirsty, but I know that the second that I look away, we're going to dump. Knowing my luck. And ES also has the same setup with the same DOLs. Maybe not the same pressure in terms of volume, but we definitely have more or so. We pretty much have the same setup, pretty much, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? As long as we don't have too much of an SMT and both of them are following each other, then, we should be good. Now, the markets are pumping up, so I'm going to take this time to grab some water, guys. In the very unfortunate chance that in the 30 seconds that I go get water, that we sell off, you guys know the chart is on the screen. All right, guys, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. Hold on. I'm back, guys. Did we do anything? Not really. Okay, perfect. Well, I kind of want something to happen, but not while I was gone. Okay, but yeah. Now that you guys know the setup that we're pretty much watching, since we are getting a little bit further away from it, we're not really getting the selling pressure that we want to see into the inverse. In the meantime, while we wait for the setup to do something, right? I want to see what more we can take from it. Now, in the meantime, while I try finding something, I know that a lot of you guys in here are probably wondering. Hold on, I'm drinking some water. I know that a lot of you guys are probably wondering, like, yo, David, but aren't we bouncing off a 5 minute and 15 minute fair value gap literally off the midpoint? Like, doesn't this setup look perfect for a retracement? Yes, it does. We're getting a perfect bounce and we're respecting the buyers and it looks good and everything. But the thing is, in terms of confirmations, you're not looking all that good. You will be going against what the market is telling you. Because currently, yeah, I get it. Right now we're getting a bounce and all good stuff. But your bias is still sitting bearish. Keep in mind, we haven't really taken out any lows, but we have taken out some highs, right? Which just makes the overall bias quite bearish, right? So it's really plus the market, it's pumping up right now and everything, but it's like we're still stuck in this range, you know what I mean? And it's just not anything super crazy. So for me, I kind of want to wait it out a few minutes, even if I have to see where the market really wants to go to, and who knows, right? Maybe we hold above 2620 and maybe even 2645 and start forming more of a bullish bias. And as we're forming that bullish bias, we create a bullish rally up to the upside and just trade a retracement. All right, a retracement into 120 above. You know, we can also do that as well, right? So we have time. We have time for our setups. I don't want to be rushing anything at all. Okay, I was about to say I thought we had a fair value up here. I'm gonna use the indicator real quick. I'm gonna see if I can find me any setups to the upside that maybe I haven't found for myself. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you look at the 5 minute time frame, it's like there's not much really happening yet. We have volume. We just don't have the market doesn't know where to make that volume go. Right? There's a lot of buyers, there's a lot of sellers, so there's not much really happening yet. All right, so we're just waiting on that. But I'm gonna see what the indicator is able to find for us. The indicator seems like it's. Oh no, I was about to say it seems like it's also finding some shorts here, but not yet. It still has a neutral bias, but we have a bearish bias just because we're reading 2620.50. But yeah, no, there's really no setup that we can really take to the upside either. Because there was a gap here, but we already filled it, so it's not like it really matters either way. There's no gap here. There's just some highs here that I'm gonna go ahead and mark out just in case. But yeah, no, we're just kind of a doji candle here. I guess it's just wait it out and hope to see selling pressure. You know what I mean? That's really the best thing we could do here. Trump speaks at 2 p.m. I wasn't really planning on trading the PM session either way, so it's not really gonna. I don't really think it's gonna do anything, at least for the AM session. Jingle. Oh yeah. If you guys hear a ball in the background, bro, it's my two cats just running around like crazy, just wasting their energy. So yeah, just don't mind that. They run around like crazy, bro. But yeah. Anyways, so it seems like we're trying to continue going up here. There's not much of a setup that I really like here. Let me see something, because let's say that we would have taken an internal sweep here. Could this have been a possible setup? Potentially, yeah, but I didn't like it too much. I more so just want to get out of this range first, because this range doesn't really look all that promising. I want to see where the market wants to lead to. Because then we could just wait for a reaction based off the CPI high here, which has a ton of volume. It always does. And depending on the reaction based off 2645, we could probably get something cooking up here. Because we are forming something on the 15 minute, and we're probably gonna form something on the 5 minute. But I don't. We should be able to, though. I mean, we kind of do have a gap here, though. Right here. I know I might sound a little hesitant here. It's just because I'm just trying to wait for the reaction in the market here. I want to know what the market is trying to do here. I would say the best thing that we could do would be. But I'm gonna delete this by the way. Just for now, the best thing we could probably do is take out 26.45, and literally whatever we do off that, I would know exactly what the market would want to do. So we're like what, like 20 points away from it. So we get one more little pump up, and then we should be able to see exactly where the market wants to go to, and then we go from there. It will be a lot easier to get a read. And by the way, ES is not doing anything here at all. So yeah. But let's see, NQ. We just needed to go up into 26.45 here. Yeah, yes. There's no point in really even looking at it. But we do have a 5-minute gap in which we can potentially use. I just want us to take out 45 first, and whatever we do off 45, I will know, hey, we want to go bullish. Hey, we want to be bearish off a sweep. Is ES at an all-time high? Yeah. Well, it hit all-time highs. It's not all-time highs, but it did hit all-time highs up here. Now we're pretty far away from it, but no way we reject here. Come on now. Let's take out 45 and then we go from there. You know what I mean? Now I do know that we have home sales or new home sales at 10, which is an orange folder, which, you know, the market, it's probably still really caught up on CPI, so it's probably not going to do much, but you never know. Maybe that'll give us the extra push that we need to get more of a setup, more of a read, more of a reaction, or whatever the case may be, you know. But yeah. So yeah, now we can still work with a bearish bias based on 2620, but I would really love a sweep off of 2645. Because now we're trying to reject back down. I don't know, maybe because ES is trying to hold us down, or because the market. It's hard to get a read here, at least for now. And I really wouldn't want to rush and inverse off this either. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? What the hell just happened? Okay, well, that works too. That works too. Yep. That works too as well. You know. Okay. Well, I'm not even gonna question it. You know. I'm not even gonna question it. I'm just gonna put my setup here and just wait for the entry. Wow. Okay. Well, I hope that wasn't for nothing. I hope we don't just reverse back up, because we had a setup here that we are waiting for. You know what I mean? So, you know, with all respect, I would assume if we're not gonna fill it, we might as well go all the way back down into the inverse. You know what I mean? You know, why not? You know. But yeah, and ES is now starting to sell off a lot more here, which is a very good sign. Because if ES can push NQ down and they both go into this inverse, that's a really good sign. You know what I mean? It would be very nice for our setup that we're waiting for. It's just, why did we do that? Because if there's stuff happening right now, I'm not trying to be in a trade that you know, that does this but against us. You know what I mean? Oh, let me see. Trump. I have canceled all meetings with Iran officials until census killing of protesters stops. Okay, well, that could have been something. That could have been something. It doesn't really seem like the market is really reacting all that much though. It's like we did all this for nothing. Okay. Well, it took away our setup, and yeah. Well, it could start something, right? We can only hope. Let's see how his next counter reacts. I'm totally fine waiting until 10. At the end, like, we still have news at 10 in the at 10, so in 15 minutes from now. So if we have to wait 15 more minutes, I mean, shit, we'll do it. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll give us the extra move that we need, or the extra volume or impulse that we need into an inverse how we want. But yeah, it kind of sucks how we never took out 45. If we would have taken out 45, that would have been beautiful. It would have been a perfect deal of sweep. Now, it seems like ES might want a little bit lower here while NQ kind of just sits there. Now that I'm really trying to trade ES today, I'm not even going to bother considering it, whether the setup works out or not, because ES kind of looks a little bit slower today. I get it. We have the pump here, or the dump here and everything, but I'll just wait on NQ, you know what I mean? It'll be a lot more volatile. David, did you ever watch the show The Boys? I've heard of it. I don't know if I ever watched it. Does PPI tomorrow move pricing like CPI this morning? No. PPI moves the markets, just not as crazy as CPI though. Like think about it as like 1/3 of CPI. You know what I mean? So maybe like a good 50-point push up, 70-point push up around there. Maybe if it's really good, maybe 100 points. But typically no more than 100 points. PPI is not anything all that crazy. You're staying cash? Hey, no, bro, no problem, bro. No problem, no problem. Yeah, so far we're still kind of stuck in this choppy range here. We're not really doing much yet. I'm trying to just wait for a good low of day or high of day breakout and into a deal sweep, and then we go from there. But for now, it's kind of just wait it out. Is it looking like cash? Yeah, I mean, I'll see. I'll give the market to like 10:30. If I don't have a setup by 10:30, I'll just get off. The volume isn't bad though. It's just the momentum that's kind of off. So I'm kind of just waiting to see if we can break out of this range. And depending on the reaction out of this range, then sure I might be able to get you guys something. But yeah, if the volume is bad, then obviously I'll just avoid with you guys. Yes, looks so much better to be honest. It just looks way slower though. It's going into the setup first. Like ES has a direction. It's just slow. Like I'm really not trying to trade this, bro. And I kind of learned from last week. I didn't like ES. Like there's a reason why I don't trade ES. It's it has its own good setups and everything, bro. And it can work out. I'm not saying that the setup won't work out. I'm just not willing to take it because it's just super slow for me. I don't enjoy trading ES. Like it's not very fun for me. I see. Someone said here, we're in the middle of so many fair value gaps on the 5 minute check the indicator. I think we're just in the middle of just one, which is this one. I'm not really seeing any other ones that we might be in. It's just this one that we were just waiting to inverse as well. At least from what I'm seeing, at least. But we don't really have any momentum, so it's not like we can even put it into use, at least yet. Hopefully this breaks us out of the range, the little move that we're getting here. Maybe, hopefully, right? Nope, just another wick. Yep. Because I know if we get an impulse, it's going to be a big impulse. Like we know this. Like we have volume in the market. Now, once we start noticing the volume starts dying down, then that becomes an issue. But if we have volume in the momentum, we can just wait for momentum to pick up. And we know that it will be a big move because of what's it called of the volume. ES inverse, yeah, but I'm like I said, I'm not really too interested on ES. It to me it seems slow. Like I get it, we're getting the move a lot faster than NQ, but I'm not interested. Not yet, at least. Like I would rather just wait for this NQ setup, and if not, I'll just stay cash. You know, because ES is just way too slow in my opinion. Although yes, like I said, it is getting the inverse and everything. It's just not, I'm just not that interested. I just don't like how it moves. And it doesn't really seem like Price is really respecting anything. So this ES setup probably even gets stopped out. You know what I mean? Yeah, look at that. It's not really looking like Price is really respecting anything. So I'll see. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna give the markets till 10:30. So about what 40 more minutes. If I don't see a setup in about 40 minutes, I'm not even gonna tell you guys I'm gonna trade the PM session because we have Trump speaking during the PM session. So I'm good off that. So yeah. I'll see. I'm gonna wait for 10 more minutes, see how new home sales comes out. Maybe that picks up the market a little bit. Who knows? But if not, then 10:30 and I'm off. 10:30 and I'll be off because the market is really not doing much. And obviously, I'm sure we all learned from last week that if we don't like the markets, we simply get off. Was there a PM session yesterday? No, we finished the day yesterday in like 5 minutes. We took a trade at 9:35 and we got out at like 9:38 or something. Yeah, might stay cash depending. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm mainly just watching to see how we want to push down. It looks like really messy. Like you saw ES. Like look at this, bro. So if we get this type of reaction on Q, it's gonna be a very draining trade. You know what I mean? Very stressful trade. So we'll see. Right now we're trying to push down again. So maybe this is the move that we want to see. I mean, we can only hope. You know what I mean? We can only hope here. Hopefully ES is holding back down. Yeah, ES is finally holding back down, which is a good sign. But yeah. I'm just mainly watching to see if we can get one straight move down. Like I get it, we're slowly grinding down. Like we're constantly breaking past previous candle lows, but it's like we break it, we wick, we break it, we wick. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to get a straight breakdown. You know what I mean? And then I'll be interested. Because look, right now we're getting another push down, and we're working back up just cause. You know what I mean? So I want to see like just constant breaking lows every single second of the candle. And if ES sweeps liquidity, then just prepare yourself, guys, because it's gonna either get very choppy or we're just gonna get a full on reversal. Because with ES selling off first, and it seems like it wants to lower, while NQ is kind of just sitting there. If ES shows any signs of buying pressure around any of these levels of liquidity, NQ is going right back up like nothing happened. I mean, and if you look at NQ, we're wicking back up just like nothing happened. So yeah, I mean, it's we're definitely leaning more towards cash. Although we have a beautiful setup, definitely leaning more towards cash. But I'm gonna wait till 10:30 and see. If we don't get anything by 10:30, I'm literally gonna click the X button and get out. There's no point in stressing in a market that won't give you much, But yeah, we're working this back up yet again. So let's see if we can get another set off that will bring us even closer to the entry. The volume looks off. No, the volume is good. That's the thing. It's the momentum. We don't have like the market doesn't have like like enough energy to go anywhere. Like it has volume because if you measure out each and every single one of these candles, I mean, we're looking at a 56-point candle. We're looking at a 44-point candle. We're looking at an 82-point candle. We're looking at a 45-point candle. We're looking at a 53-point. We're moving. We have volume. That is not an issue. It's just we don't have like we don't have a direction to dump this volume into. Like the market is like, oh, I want to go up, oh, I want to go down, I don't know where I want to go. You know what I mean? So yeah. NQ once long straight ES is holding it. I it's hard to tell. It really is hard to tell because we're trading in between two levels of liquidity. So even I can't even tell you guys what the market wants to do. I mean, I can't get a read here. So I was hoping for a read off of 2645.50. But right now, what I'm trying to go based off of is if we're able to sell off, I would base my bearish buys from 2620.50 and a hold below low of day, which would be at 25 930.75. So if we sweep this up here and hold below this down here with enough selling pressure into the inverse, the setup would look really good. You know what I mean? But it's just, we don't have momentum, so we're kind of just waiting on that. But we can only hope. I mean, news is coming out in 5 minutes. So as long as we don't get an entry in 5 minutes, then we could be good. Because obviously, I don't want us to be selling off right now, just instantly down, and we have to take an entry 5 minutes before news. Because that's when we really get screwed. Why am I indicating out? What is it telling you? Just doesn't show anything and says there. Yeah, that's because there's no setup. So it is working. It's working in telling you this that there's no setup or there's no good setup anywhere. Remember, coming into New York Open, we haven't taken out any level of liquidity. The whole reason why I'm bearish is because we're working from a pre-market high taken out, which is at 2620. But yeah. Now, guys, in the once the clock um hits like 9:59, I would say just prepare yourself. Like, obviously have your mouse over Tradevate and just be ready, because there's a good chance where price can just dump down if new home sales comes out very, very bearish. So yeah. Size light, definitely in today's trade. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You would want a size light. If we get a trade. But in my opinion, guys, our best hope here, like our last hope as well, would be new home sales comes out bearish. We get the momentum needed, like the push needed into the downside. It gives us more direction, and then we could take an entry. If new home sales does nothing, then maybe I even call it earlier than 10:30, because yeah, you guys know I'm not trying to trade this. This is not the typical open that we like trading. You guys know typically we trade the first opening candle. It's a huge candle, then we trade it. I mean, but today we've done nothing, you know. So yeah, every time we size light, I just had to trade. Yeah, that works too. That works too. You know what I mean? Why? He probably just doesn't have as much confidence. Because obviously, if we're sizing light, then there's a reason. You know what I mean? All right, the market conditions aren't good. The volume isn't good. News is coming out. It's too risky. It's not that good. You know, whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah. But we keep constantly getting green to reds, which just tells us something. You know what I mean? So it's just the fact that we're not getting a movement almost 30 minutes into market open is just crazy. And ES, surprisingly, ES hasn't even taken out the price target down here, even if it would have taken shorts on ES. Like, you would have gotten close, but what, 2 points? It's not much in terms of momentum here, so I'm just waiting. But yeah, guys, 2 more minutes until news comes out. Hopefully this starts something. If not, then I'm just gonna get off and stay cash today. Let me close my door real quick. All right, guys, one more minute until news comes out. So obviously, just be ready. Hover your mouse over the sell button. You know, just in case we do get the selling the pressure that we want to see into the inverse, then sure, you know. Hopefully, it's just something, because the thing is, it's an orange folder. It's new home sales. It's nothing really crazy. So I'm just hoping we got at least something. You know what I mean? I'm not really expecting like a huge candle. I just want something that can at least get us some movements or some direction in the market. You know what I mean? Whether it's to us or to the downside, anything we can cook up, I'll take it. You know what I mean? But for now, obviously, we're looking at shorts, but we'll see. So yeah, 30 more seconds, guys, until news comes out. We'll see how it goes. Pretty much what we're mainly looking to see, guys, is once again for maybe those tuning in, is we are waiting for a bearish bias. We kind of have it already from 2620.50, but it will be confirmed if we're able to hold it with enough selling pressure below 2530.75 into the 5 and 15 minute inverse into our price targets below. So all we need now is pretty much the only thing we're missing is the selling pressure into 25,930 with enough selling pressure to hold below it, and then we take shorts. All right, so yeah, 5 more seconds until news comes out. We'll see how this is gonna work out. Hopefully we dump down. So yeah, just be ready, guys. Just be ready. Now, obviously, don't expect the biggest candle, but hopefully we get something. You know what I mean? But let's see what we do here. Now, like I said, if this candle doesn't really do much, I'm probably just gonna get off. We'll be better off just, you know. But yeah. Now, sometimes these news reports do take some time to kind of react. So maybe give it a few seconds, and then we'll probably see a movement. If not, then maybe nothing happened. Unless it already came out and the market isn't really reacting. Oh man. Okay. Let me catch up with the challenge. What were you guys saying? Um, ES swept. Yeah, ES probably took out the price targets, right? Yeah, ES did take out the price targets. we're not really getting much of a reaction here. So I'm seeing a lot of you guys are already getting off. I don't blame you guys. I really don't. Because I'm about to follow along too. At least ES. So whoever maybe took the trade on ES, maybe hit the price targets. Maybe. But nothing exciting here. Nothing much. The only thing that I fear, guys, is I know that if I get off too early and the market randomly decides to sell off, some of you guys are going to miss it. And I really want you guys to be able to catch this trade into the price targets because this setup is beautiful. Like, I love the setup. It's just, you guys get the point, right? Like, I know if I get off, it's probably going to happen. It's probably going to work out. And, but we'll see. Right now, we're getting a little bit of a candle flip here. So, maybe the seventh try is the time, And now that if we end up selling off, now we also need to be paying attention to ES, and we need to be making sure that if we're going to take short on NQ, we also need to make sure that ES is also able to hold below its price targets or its levels of liquidity. Because remember, ES is now hitting these levels of liquidity while NQ hasn't hit any. So if ES wants to reverse, NQ will reverse as well. All right. So as long as ES is able to maintain the selling pressure and hold below every single level that it takes out, then NQ will have room for lower. Obviously, with the given volume and momentum that it has, we could probably go lower. Right. But for now, it's, kind of just there. All right. See, we got a little bit of a spike here. Hopefully, this is the start of something. Hopefully, maybe. Whoa. Okay. Hopefully, maybe. Let's see. All right, guys. Be ready. I'm going to see if I can catch some shorts here. All right. I'm going to take some shorts here, guys. I went ahead and entered. I got filled at 25,902. 25,902. We got the spike that we wanted to see, which is a good sign. Very unexpectedly, but I mean, shit, who knows? You know what I mean? Now, obviously, like I said, we do need to pay attention to ES. We need to see if it's able to hold below these levels of liquidity here. As long as it's able to, then we should be good. All right, guys. As long as it's able to. But yeah. Hopefully, I didn't really enter it too fast. Obviously, I've been waiting. We've been waiting for this confirmation pretty much all morning. But ES is pretty much going to lead us into the spot that we want to see. All right, guys. Now, our price targets, we want to mainly see this internal low get taken out at 887. So, yeah. Let me see here. So, yeah, I'm looking to target 887, 870, 845, and 834. All right, guys, those are going to be my price targets. Now, I'm going to keep a big eye on ES because we need to make sure that it's not able to hold above this 998 level. All right. And by the way, guys, I did size light on this trade. I only went in 7 contracts. Just because obviously the market today is a little bit, So 7 contracts on this trade. And then my stop loss is going to be placed at 947. So let me place that before I forget. 947 is going to be my stop loss, guys. 947. Now, obviously, we can get some pullbacks here just because obviously ES has to react based off these levels of liquidity. As long as it's not too much of a big pullback, then we should be good. Now, pullback into where would be the right question? Because it doesn't really seem like we have any gaps here. We might have one in the 1 minute though. So let me mark this out just in case I have a reference. Let me see on the 1 minute as well. All right, but yeah, guys, once again, my stop loss will be placed at 947. Now we did take out this low here. We're getting close to a D. We'll sweep off this low, so hopefully we don't get too close into a pullback into 947. But yeah, we'll see because we did get a spike there, which I did like. So I wouldn't really see a reason as to why we would want to reverse. But I mean, we'll see how the market reacts. Oh yeah, guys, I got stopped out. Yeah, it was more of a fake out on this one. Or maybe I don't know, maybe like a last second pullback until we see lower. I don't know, but yeah, guys, I got stopped out on this one, man. But that's weird because we had such a good spike there. That's really weird how we didn't get that. But yeah, the market. I don't know if it's a pullback though. I don't want to say it is. I'll give it some more time, but yeah, guys, I got stopped out on this one for now. Unfortunately, for now at least, for now. Because if this candle flips from green to red again, then you know how that goes. But I'm gonna see how this 5 minute reacts. Maybe we entered a little bit too early without enough confirmation. But I mean, we had everything there, so I'm not sure as to why. Maybe ES wants to hold the sweep here. I wouldn't take shorts again until ES probably holds below 998 again. Because obviously I'm not gonna take shorts when we're getting a little bit of an SMT here. That's so weird how we got the impulse off this inverse. Everything held really nice, and we just got a random pullback back up. Let's see if we can afford another candle flip here. If we can in the next 5 to 10 minutes, and sure, if not, I'm gonna get off. Because it didn't seem like it was a pullback even into the 1 minute. So it was literally just a random pump up here. Or not super random because ES did take out the liquidity here. But if we're able to hold below it again with the given selling pressure, then I might consider another reentry. Like I wouldn't be mad with it. Let's see, we're getting a green to red again. So I might give this another try. Let me see ES. I just need ES to hold below 998 first. I don't even care if I get a late entry because if I would want to trade into shorts, I need to make sure that both of these are lined up bearish. Because right now ES is trying to sweep this level, so NQ might struggle to see a little bit lower here. Although it is starting to gain a lot more control towards the downside, like NQ wants lower while ES is kind of just sitting there. It's a lot better for a confirmation for NQ if we're gonna be trading that one. But I would want to make sure that both NQ and ES are holding each other, like down. But I'm gonna see what I can work with, guys. So yeah, just pay attention if you guys want to work with the reentry. Obviously, you guys know the volume and the momentum, but as long as everything is able to hold, I would at least be happy with PT1 to get hit down here at 887. So I can work with that for sure, but I just need both of these to just hold down into the below this level of liquidity here, because we're slowly working our way down. So I'm liking that at least. I just need to see how we want to hold this. I just don't want to get faked out again. I need to make sure that the volume looks good. You know, enough volume to shoot lower here. But ES is holding below 998 again, which shows us that sellers gain control yet again, which is a very good sign. I just needed to hold below this inverse because ES is already holding below 998, which is an amazing sign. I just want to time it perfect. I really don't want to get faked out again here off of this inverse. Because we keep flipping from green to red constantly, which shows us that sellers are there and they might want lower, especially on ES and NQ here. It's just I need that push there to tell me that we have enough sellers to see 887. Because right now we're just slowly grinding down, which obviously can risk a lot of chop and a lot of fake outs. But I also don't want to work with a very late entry either. And ES has room until 993, which is enough for a really good price target on NQ if we can get it. I might just wait for a green to red flip here on the 5-minute into like 910 and maybe just get another entry there. All right, guys, I'm gonna try shorts one more time. This is gonna be my last time for the day. It is a little bit risky though, so obviously keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna use the same stop loss at 947, and see how this ends up holding, because we just keep getting red to green. I mean, green to red flips. Like, I really do like it, and I do believe in lower, especially with ES and NQ holding below these levels of liquidity and constantly getting selling pressure. Like, I really want to trade into at least 9-3 here on ES if ES is gonna be the one leading. So I'm gonna give it one last shot. If this doesn't work out, then I'm just gonna take the L and get off. With the market just being just too slow or too indecisive. But yeah, and by the way, guys, I got a fill at 905. 905. I want to try to get a fill around 910, but 905, I'll take it as well. And I'm gonna use the same stop loss at 947. I'm just a little bit scared with fake outs, bro, because this market is a little bit like, it looks good. Like, we have our targets, we have our setups and everything, and we have our confirmations that we need. I'm just a little bit scared with the momentum. Like, it looks good, but not the best. I mean, like, it looks good enough that I know a trade can work out with it, but definitely has you. It has you thinking for sure. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I mean, I'm already in, so yeah, I'm gonna see how this one plays out and see if we can hold this down. I mean, as long as we're able to hold below 930 and 998 on both NQ and ES, then we should be very good for lower. It's just obviously we need to wait for the selling pressure to just kick in and I guess slowly grind down will be what we have to say, because yeah, we're not really getting too much of a push pretty much all morning. I mean, like, we've had a few pushes here and there, but it doesn't really seem like we're gonna get another one anytime soon. So it's just kind of work our way down into these price targets. But yeah. I at least want to see 9-3. Because if we take out 9-3, then it'll make sense as to why we get a reversal. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I guess we'll just see. All right, we're getting a little bit more of a push here. Let's see if this is the push that we need to get the 887 price target there. And if we get 887, if I take out like 10. ES is getting closer to 993. So if ES does take out 993 first, maybe I take some skills before NQ takes out 887. Because ES is pushing a little bit lower here. But as long as both of them want lower, then it's a good look. And we have a fair value up here as well. Let me just mark it out. Do anything on the 5-minute? No, nothing on the 5-minute. See if we can push lower on this 5-minute, this next 15-minute candle that we just got. I kind of wish I got a better entry at 910. I would have been a lot happier with that one. Okay, there we go. We're getting more of a push here, guys. Obviously, I didn't get the best entry, so let's see. Hold on. All right, guys, we hit the price target. If you guys want to start scaling around this area, you definitely can. Obviously, bro, dude, I was writing the alerts. I didn't pay attention, but yeah, guys, we hit the price target. At 887. So if you guys scaled there, then good shit. I'm gonna see if we can shoot back down so I can get my skills. I was too busy typing up the alert and I missed it by literally a second. So hopefully that doesn't mess me up, man. That would be very annoying. But yeah, guys, we did hit the price target. Let's see if we can shoot back down so I can get my skills here, bro. I wasn't able to get them. Hopefully you guys scaled there. Hopefully you guys scaled. ES still hasn't hit 993, which is a very good sign. So we still have room for lower. We just need a little bit more of a spike here, which we got the first time, which I wasn't paying attention, bro. I was too busy typing up that alert for the setup that I put out. Oh shit. Let me see. All right, we're dumping back down here into So yeah, guys, scale here, guys. Scale here, scale here. Take something out here. Let me see what I can get. I want to see a little bit lower here after this 98. Did ES hit it? He's about to hit 93. Guys, scale here. All right, guys, take something out here. Take something out here. Hopefully this price target was enough to flip your days back to break even. Or maybe if you guys missed the first trade, then you guys should be green. I'm gonna look to scale very soon as well. I just want to see one more dump down here so I can at least secure green on the day. Let's see. I just want to see a little lower here because we are getting that pressure. All right, I'm gonna scale 10 here, guys. I scaled 10 here, guys. I scaled 10 here. Let me see. See if we could push down into PT2, I'm gonna take 7 out of the 10 that I'm still holding, guys. And there's the push down. I scaled another 7 here, guys. I'm back green on the day. I'm holding 3 more contracts, guys. I'm gonna scale 1 more here, guys. I'm holding 2 more contracts here, guys. 2 more contracts. We hit PT2. Let me put it out here. Yeah, once guys, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even on my last 2 contracts. We hit it for 50 points. That's good. Honestly, if I'm break even, I might end run on the day. I might just take full profits here and just run off with what I can get. Yeah, fuck it. Wait a minute. What? No. No, I looked at the wrong number. I'm up $400 in a day. I thought it was. Hold on. No. I looked at the wrong number. Yo, nah. I'm so fucking stupid. I looked at the wrong number. I thought I was up $90 on the day. I'm up 400. No. Bro, this trade's probably gonna go lower now. Oh, bro, there's a dump. There's a dump. There's a dump. Knowing my luck. Oh my. No, how am I so slow? Why am I so slow? No. Dude, guys, I was so locked in on the trade that I kept like looking over at my P&L because I'm like, okay, I'm up 90. Okay, let me hold for lower. No. Bro, I'm so slow. No fucking way, bro. Guys, it's because I was not paying attention to my P&L, bro. I kept looking, and I think I have like I don't know what's. Oh my god, we're dumping. No, no. Oh my good guys, if you're still holding, guys, congratulations, man. What the hell, bro? There's no way this happens to me, bro. I was so locked in that I completely like. Oh my gosh, bro. Hold on, guys. Bro. Guys, thank God I'm recording on stream right now, bro, because we're gonna look back at this and we're gonna be fucking laughing, bro. Dude, guys, let me explain. I was so locked in on the trade, waiting for the dump here. I'm like, okay, guys, we're dumping. Okay, I'm gonna skill one here. I kept looking over my P&L, and I'm like, damn, I'm only up $90. Shit, bro. And if I'm break even, I'm gonna be right if I go break even. So I'm gonna take full profits here and just secure the green. And I'm up $400 in the day, which I will take. I'll gladly take. But damn, bro, I could have been up so much more. Oh, my guys, don't be as slow as me, bro. Hold on, guys. Click to start moving. Wow, bro. I am fucking slow. Wow, bro. It's whatever. Honestly, I'll live to see another day. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys are back green on this with this trade. It seems like the first trade was kind of just more of a fake out. Because whatever movement, literally the whole movement that we're getting right now is what should have happened in the first place. I don't know why we got that really unexpected pump up here into our stop loss. But as long as we're able to hit the price targets yet again, I mean, we're good. Did you guys take this re-entry or no? Wow, this hurt my heart, not gonna lie. Don't tell me you didn't take it, bro. No way you guys didn't take it. Oh, man, fuck. Okay, yeah, well, some people took it, of course. You know what I mean? Damn, bro. How come you guys didn't take the second entry? No, I know a lot of you guys took it. But some people, you were locked? Dude, I was locked in, bro. You're scared? Oh my goodness, bro. There's the final price target. Now, okay, would you guys we're inside of another huge fair value gap with a very bearish trend. Would you guys be down to stay on for one more trade? Ah, bro, I always tell myself I hate doing this. Like I'm gonna stop doing it, and yet I do it again, bro. I always tell myself like, dude, after I'm done for the day, I'm green, I'm gonna get off, and bro, look at me, bro. Okay, hold on. And by the way, for the people that did end up taking it, if you guys are green, guys, obviously go ahead and post your profits over in the profits channel. If you guys are green, break even, or whatever the case may be, hopefully you guys are green. If you guys ended up catching this trade, but yeah, I did alert it though. I did alert it, so you guys can't argue with that part. You know what I mean? If you're a little bit too just you wanted to avoid it, or you just didn't like the trade, then obviously that's kind of more on you. You know what I mean? But wow, bro, what a trade! What a freaking trade! Okay, I'm gonna stay on for a little bit longer, guys. I'm gonna try to get you guys one more setup. Although I do want to get off, but I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay on for you guys. Now for the people that are green on the day, guys, get off. Go enjoy your days, guys. Go enjoy your days. For the people that may have not caught the trade, you know, there's only so much I can say. You know what I mean? But yeah. Unfortunately for me, well, fortunately I'm green. You know what I mean? For the people that ended up taking the trade with me, then you guys are green too. Hopefully, you know. But dude, this has never happened to me, bro. I have never been so slow to the point where I looked at my dollar open P&L instead of my total open P&L, and I took profits, bro. That is so freaking stupid of me, bro. But yeah, anyways, so let's see what we can get here. So we have a few possibilities in a setup. All right, guys. Now, for the people that didn't catch this trade, please pay attention, because if you guys don't catch this next trade, that if we do catch one, I'm not gonna stay on for you guys. I mean, I'm literally dying to get off right now because it's been a pretty long morning. But you know, some of you guys just didn't want to take the trade, so now I have to give you guys another one. All right, so let's get started. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna delete the setup here because we're not gonna use it anymore. It hit out of our price targets. You guys should be taking full profits here if you guys took the trade. All right. Hopefully you guys took more profits than me, because you know me being slow. Whatever. And now, okay, so let's see what we got here. Okay, so looking at the market currently, we see that we took out the most recent level of liquidity, which will be kind of around. We'll base our bias based off 845 and 834. All right, guys. Now, on top of that, we are inside of one of the biggest, nearest fair value gaps ever. All right, if you look at the 5-minute time frame, you guys will see that we are inside of a 100 and something point fair value gap, 116 point fair value gap, a bullish one. So one of two things can happen. All right, either we sweep the drawn liquidity at 834 and 845, and we inverse the fair value gap to the upside on the 5-minute time frame here, or the 15-minute, or if we want to hold down all of the selling pressure and continue going lower and just completely dumping, we can base our bearish buys from a hold below 25,834 and wait for an inverse into our price targets below. Now, this setup won't be as promising because, I mean, shit, the market has already dumped quite a bit ever since we took the entry. So, I mean, how much more gas do we have in the tank to just continue selling off over another 100 points to see another entry? You know what I mean? So yeah. Why don't you ever hold for a 1-to-1? Bro, I held that trade for like 60 points. What are you talking about? But yeah, and I'll catch up with the channel in just a second. I just want to prepare myself because I don't want you guys to be missing out on another trade. Although I know you guys didn't miss out on it, you guys probably just didn't want to take it, which is not my problem, nor my fault. But I'm gonna see what else I can get you guys. Now, for me, I would say it's pretty safe to say that we're probably gonna reverse quite soon. I would say so. You know what I mean? There's no way that we possibly just keep dumping, right? Into this inverse and even into lower into the price targets. There's no way. I don't believe in that. So I'm gonna go with the thought process that we're probably gonna reverse here. All right. So if you look at the 5-minute time frame, we have two fair value gaps stacked on top of each other. So I'm gonna delete this one because we're not gonna use it anymore. But on the 5-minute time, the thing is we're gonna have a 15-minute gap as well. Because overall the bias is already leaning bullish. We're already holding above 834, which is a good thing, you know, and we're bouncing off a bullish fair value gap, which is also a very good thing. Which, by the way, you guys can also take. Let me see. The indicator is probably telling you to take longs from this continuation model. It's probably going to tell. Yeah, the indicator is probably telling you guys take longs from this continuation here. Because it makes sense. Now we're holding a bullish bias. We're bouncing off a bullish fair value gap. All right, we're trying to at least. We have the 5. Oh no, it's still bearish. Oh well, it's bearish because of the Asia here. That makes sense. Okay, but yeah, but in my opinion, I just don't believe that we can see lower here. I really don't. I mean, we've sold off so much. How much more can we sell off? You know what I mean? Let me see, David. Oh, by the way, bro, Krabby, I saw you in there, bro. I was, yeah. Let me hold on. Let me accept you in. Let me put my headset on real quick. I accept you. Yo, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's good? What's good?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Chilling, bro. How you doing in this market, bro?
cash, bro. It's just ass.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. All right, hear me out here. And by the way, Fernie, I see your question. I'm answering in a second, bro.
What's good?
Watch this, bro. The one thing I hate when I have these little red days, bro, is, dude, when I put out one red trade, like let's say for example, we have a setup and the first entry doesn't work out. Like 80% of Discord will never take the re-entry. So I took the re-entry and it worked out for over 85 points, and most people didn't take it. And now they're asking me for another setup, bro.
Nah, don't. Yeah, no.
No cap, I took it. No, I know some of you guys took it. I saw a lot of green in there, but like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, man. Come on, David, one more. I mean, dude, tell it to the market, bro. This thing is like barely moving. Like, it's moving, but like, dude, the setups are they were so big and so far away. So, you know what I mean? Anyways, let me catch up with Fernie's question. So here, he said, David, I have a question. I did 6 micros with a 40-point stop loss on the first trade. However, since I was trimming all the way down for the second trade, I got more points, but I am still red. How should we manage this? Well, for me, I always tell you guys, the way that I approach it is I size slightly heavier. Maybe if I do 7, I sometimes do 10, maybe 15, maybe 20, depending on my confidence and my liking for the setup. So yeah. So if you know that you're going to be trimming a lot sooner with that trade, you could just size a lot heavier. Obviously there'll be a lot more risk, but also a lot more reward behind it. You know, so that's how I go about it. You guys always know that anytime that, let's say for example, anytime I take 2 trades in a day or maybe 3, I will always size slightly heavier on the second to third one compared to the first one. I always do it because I usually struggle with that too. Like I will notice, you know, some of my trades, maybe I take a red trade and a green trade. Sometimes that red trade will be a lot bigger than the winning trade. Now, you also don't need to scale. All right. Now, obviously that sounds a little bit stupid, but if you don't want to oversize, but you want to stick to the same sizing and still end green on the day, if that trade has multiple price targets, what you could do is take it with the same contract, right? Which in your case will be 6. But instead of scaling at PT1, PT2, PT3, what you could do is just trail your stop loss lower. So let's say, for example, you take a trade, your PT1 is at 35 points. Instead of taking scales, you move your stop loss from 35 points in the red to break even, and you continue holding that trade for lower. The lower it goes, the more money you make because the more contracts you're holding. So you could do it like that if you don't want to approach the route that I take, which is sizing heavier on the next trade, but taking scales, if that makes sense. All right, so it's really up to you. You have, in my opinion, about 2 options. You either size heavier or you just micromanage the trade without taking scales. All right, so it's really up to you. It's really up to you. But for me, like I said, I personally like to size heavier. But Grab, you didn't catch anything today? Nah. David, dude, I just explained what to do, Mike. Like, I don't want to tell you. I just explained it. I explained how I go about it. Now, guys, looking at the 5-minute time frame, we are getting a deal sweep based off these 2 levels that I did tell you guys. And we are bouncing from this huge 5-minute fair value gap, which I wouldn't really suggest to trade from because we have like a million other gaps to the upside that we're probably going to get a little bit, you know, caught up in. Now, if you look at the 5-minute time frame, we are getting a DOL sweep with a bit of buying pressure, and we're about to get an inverse off this 5-minute gap here. Now, you can take this 5-minute gap here if you do want to take longs. The question is how far would your PT1 be, which would be at the next fair value gap? So you're looking at a 20-point price target. Not the most ideal price target, but if you guys want to work with it, you definitely can. You definitely can. It does not look like a bad trade. Obviously, this will be your PT1. We do have room for higher, but we would have to see. Because you guys know today, the market, I mean, even Krabby agrees. I mean, the markets today haven't been the cleanest. And I'm sure we can agree too, you know? But yeah, you technically, if we're not counting fair value gaps here, you would really only have one price target. On the 5-minute time frame, there's just wicks. There's no pullback anywhere. The only pullback is all the way up here at 26.45. So, I mean, if you take longs off this 5-minute, your best bet would be just inverse all the gaps and we just trade all the way up into 26.45. I'm talking in general days because usually you have a 35-point stop loss. Inputs above the fair value gap, so you feel an extra 5 to 10 points. So realistically, your stop is about 40 or 45 points, but you always take still the 35 points. I mean, dude, it's a 5-point difference. It's not a big deal. At least to me, I don't really care. If you do, I mean, it's only like a 5-point difference. If you want to hold for an extra 5 points on the trade, you can. And sometimes I do too. But for me, bro, a 5 to 7-point difference is not a big deal to me. That's how I trade. If you think differently, then obviously you could just act differently behind the trade. That's what I mean. But it works. I can't. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a million ways to go about it at the end of the day. Yeah, and most of the trades go 1-to-1. You know what I mean? It's just the first scales. It's really up to you how you want to manage it. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, guys. So yeah, this inverse off this 5-minute does not look too bad, and we are getting a lot of buying pressure. The only thing that worries me is. No, I'm not gonna do commentary about that stream. I'm just gonna put it on the chart, and if you guys want to take it, by all means, go ahead. Because I want to call it a day, and I don't want to be responsible for another trade. Let's say, for example, this one doesn't work out and all that stuff. I just don't want to be responsible for it, man. I really want to get off. So, but you guys are making me stay on. So yeah. But anyways, we're getting more of an inverse here off this 5-minute. Thankfully, just before you guys say it, the 15-minute isn't gonna be an issue yet because we haven't closed the 15-minute candle yet. So we have an imbalance, but we don't have a fair rally gap. So this 15-minute technically can't reject us yet for the next 8 minutes. So if you guys like this 5-minute inverse, by all means, you could take it into the next fair value gap, which would be off the next 5-minute here, and then just take some profits and maybe micromanage your position where you move your stop loss a little bit higher up, and then just wait for an inverse off the next fair value gap. And then I'll probably just target this up here. Yeah, so look, did anyone here take the longs? I don't know if you guys were paying attention. Because we kind of hit the price target. Well, kind of a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah. Let me adjust this real quick. Let me see. All because the newbies don't understand. Well, it's not that the newbies don't understand. It's just that the thing is, like, bro, if I'm putting, okay, let's say for example, right? I take a setup, right? I take a setup, and the first entry doesn't work out, but I still like it, and I'm still willing to take the re-entry. If you don't take the re-entry, that's not my fault. That's not my problem. It's kind of on you. You know what I mean? So if I'm green and you're not because of that, then you can only blame yourself, not me. You know what I mean? And then a lot of people, they're in the chat begging for another trade as if I can just pull one out of my ass. You know what I mean? Like it's hard, especially in this type of market. So it gets a little bit annoying when I give you guys something and you guys don't take it. You know what I mean? And then you guys ask for more as if, you know, the next one is, you know. I'll take it and walk away. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna walk away soon as well, bro. I'm already green on the day, bro. And today's market is not clean this. I mean, yeah, 5-minute. Yeah, bro. I'm literally telling you guys, like today's market, it's like the fact that we even got the first trade working out is good enough for us to even call it a day. But a lot of you guys just chose not to take the trade, and that's really not my fault. You know what I mean? Because look at me. I'm green. You know, I didn't do something behind your back. You know, I put out the trade. I'm like, guys, I'm in shorts. Boom, and that's it. You know, it worked out. And look, and setups are still not even getting respect in the first place. So it's literally a cue to get off. Did you explain that trade? What trade? The shorts? Yeah, dude, I explained it for like 40 minutes straight. I was already telling you guys since open what I was watching. We got it. The first entry got pulled back on. We re-entered and worked out into all of our price targets. It's a winning trade. I mean, people just chose not to take it, and apparently it turns on me because now I have to stay on for even longer and stress myself more on finding you guys another trade, and you guys know how it goes. You know what I mean? No, trust me. I can't rename, but whoever said definitely on you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not on me. Like I'm not gonna stress about it. You know what I mean? Like I told you guys this last week. If you refuse to take a trade, that's not my fault. That's on you. You know what I mean? The trade worked out. I mean, I'm green. If you know what I mean. If the trade didn't work out, then I would have been red with you guys. You know what I mean?
Bro, you don't need to explain yourself, bro.
Nah, yo, you sick?
Yeah, a little bit.
Bro. All right, but yeah, bro, guys, I'm gonna get off, bro, because yeah, this market in the first place is not even respecting setups, and I'm already done. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna bother continuing to stay on to do nothing in the markets because I'm not gonna take anything else. I'm already green. You know what I mean, but yeah. Yeah, other than that, guys, I mean, for the people that are green, I mean, good shit. But for the people that are red, I mean, now you guys know. If you guys are gonna follow my trades and you're gonna take the first one, but not the second one, that just makes no sense. You know what I mean?
Bro, Top Step X is still laggy, bro.
For real?
Bro. Yeah, bro.
But not as bad as last time, right?
Bro, they quote tweeted my payout tweet, and I was like, "Yo, I can't wait till your platform is like good." I replied to it,
bro. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna get off. Market, bro. I'm already done. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys are green, man. And if not, then tomorrow will be another day. You know what I mean? Now you guys know, like, at least if I put out a setup and you're gonna take the first one, but not the second one, that's not my problem. I I mean, I can't stress about it. So yeah. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I'll see you guys later then. All right, guys. And by the way, try not trading the PM session today because Trump will be speaking at 2, and we never know how that goes. All right, it'll probably just be choppy, but you never know. All right, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. All right. So yeah, peace out, guys. Peace out, Krabby. Peace out, chat, and
Peace
I'll
out,
see you
bro.
guys tomorrow then. All right, guys. Peace out,
Peace out,
guys.
chat.
Peace,
Peace out.
peace. And YouTube, guys, hopefully you guys are green. Hopefully you guys didn't have the same case as the premium. Like I said, man, hopefully you guys understand, at least for the people that are in the YouTube chat, maybe you guys have a little bit more common sense. If you're going to be following my trades and taking my trades, if the first one doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that the second one won't work out either. You know what I mean? If I like it enough, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to alert it. If you don't take it, then that's not my fault. You know what I mean? That's not my problem either. You know what I mean? I can't really stress about it. I can't really care about it too much either because it's really not my fault. You know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully you guys understand, at least over on the YouTube side. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Hopefully you guys are green with me on the day. We did have a beautiful setup. Unfortunately, the first entry didn't work, but who cares? I mean, we're still green on the day. You know what I mean? With the second entry, and it hit all of our price targets, which made up for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. Hopefully tomorrow's a cleaner day with no re-entries and just a straight winning trade. But you know what I mean? Today I'll still count it as a beautiful day. You know what I mean? It did hit all price targets fair and square. You know what I mean? But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.